Hello, lovelies. It's She here from What If They Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance as always, my sweets. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. So I think that in the past, you had some rejections, sometimes when you felt like you weren't seen or you weren't heard or you weren't given a chance, you know, you kept waiting for that new beginning and it never came, and you've been blinded to the divinity in the pauses, in the waiting. Yeah. And you've been overwhelmed and fixated on a particular outcome. I think that you believed in some type of rumor, some type of glamour, some type of illusion. And you're truly searching for your happiness, but I think someone really came along at just the right time and said just the right things that your ego wanted to hear. And you really did it because you were searching for peace and you didn't know what to do. With this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it's what do I work on? Where do I go? Which direction? I can't find peace. I can't find solace. I can't find the answer within myself, so I have to search somewhere else. And I feel like somebody stepped up, and Spirit was advising you really to go within yourself, but somebody stepped up and took the place of that self, of your introspection. Y'all better calm down now. And they told you a fib, they told you a lie, the author of confusion. And yeah, they came in saying all the sweet words that they know you wanted to hear, And the goal of this really is to keep you blinded to the truth, to keep you from making a decision, to keep you from making that choice, the ultimate choice to go inside and find the answer within yourself. Yeah, I keep hearing Spirit say you have the answers that you seek. And you keep looking elsewhere for soulmates, for other people, and you feel like you haven't been given something that was promised. Promised. Air quotes Spirit wants to put on that. But I feel like at the base of this, it's because you have a want to feel this place of home, to feel this place of where do I belong. And I really feel like, yeah, you're just searching for this ultimate happiness, to feel safe and feel protected and feel secured. You're being taught lessons about shortcuts. It's kind of giving me like scammer energies that offer shortcuts, because that's temptation, right? There is lessons in the waiting and having the patience and putting in the time, staying in the solitude, going into your high priestess, being okay with being in hangman energy, at least temporarily, or to understand that there is an immense power in that pause, in the pause between the asking and the receiving. And it tells you a lot about yourself. And your rejection of this pause left an opening, And this could be lies that you're telling yourself, things you're holding back, things you just can't, There's also this energy of I want everybody to see it, but I don't want anybody to actually be able to reach it. So it's this illusion of showing you, faking you, future faking, even maybe for some of you. Y'all hear that? I wonder if y'all can hear that frog outside. You know, a cleansing of your energy is in order, because there's something that you were so blind to, that felt more comfortable to walk away from, you know, than it did to rush straight into it and face it head on. But Spirit wanted you to know that you were blinded in this way. When we ask for answers, Spirit seeks to advise us to travel inward and find those answers and find those ultimate truths within ourselves. I feel like this person was like a silver tongue kind of energy. Good with words. Not actually good with actually showing up, and but they like to appear like this King of Wands, like somebody who's at the ready, who's gonna protect, who's gonna serve, who is ready at any moment to get off of the throne, but they haven't. And there's a lot of offering, there's a lot of promising, there's a lot of it will happen, and I will do this, and I will do that, and I will conquer this, and we will overcome. Yeah. But but it never comes through. Are y'all listening? But it never actually comes through. That's the future fake, right? That's the scam. That's the switch. That's the swap. Keeping you constantly juggling this energy of should I let go, or should I continue balancing this and holding on to this? It's kind of giving me this kind of like energetic tie kind of energy. Like maybe even someone who purposely was like trying to trauma bond with you. I was hearing to suck energy out of you. This is some nastiness right here. But it's a good lesson to something that you were blind to, right? Spirit pointed out something that you needed to see about yourself, and that you needed to see about people, what people are capable of, right? But now now that you know this, you've learned this lesson, right? Now that you know how to put up boundaries, right? And to wait, and to, you know, to make wise decisions and wise choices, right? To listen to yourself and to know that truth, and to be open, right? Spirit is advising you to be open. I'll let you tell the truth. I'll give you a chance. But there's a new cycle opening up in you. But Spirit does want you to soften, right? Because it's causing you to hold a whole part of yourself back because of this energy right here. Like a wall is up, you know? And there's a brand new cycle, a brand new everything calling to you, telling you, hey, there's a whole new world out here for you to explore, for you to open your mind to, you know? There's more out there. Yeah, so Spirit is like, what, you know? You're letting this from the past hold you back. You know, that you need to grab, kind of Spirit's almost saying like, you know, grab life by the horns, you know, like seize the reins, right? Take those reins in your hands and force the horse for, you know, the movement forward. At this point, yeah, it's time. Things are happening in divine time now. You're manifesting change. Oh, right? That's what got left down, was this hangman energy. You were put in hangman. Hangman is always meant to be temporary, so that you can see through the confusion. Thank you, Spirit. Y'all, my spirit guides, they are so on it. Oh, hello. And as soon as that new world is offered, right, the past often comes back. A temptation, you know. But it's kind of almost like, it's like the fear of this. It's like, oh, what if I put myself out there and this happens again? Well, it's like, well, this can't be a thing again if you choose to recognize this, right? When you go through things with people, when you go through experiences, actually put the knowledge that you are taught into work, into practical work in your life, right? If you see the red flags, take them and move forward with them, right? So there's no need to feel heavy around this energy, but there is this energy, this heavy energy of, is it guilt? Could be guilt. Some of you could be feeling guilty or have someone, some of you even could be having someone try to make you feel guilty for leaving something behind, for choosing something else. And oh, so someone here could be trying to project that this new choice that you're choosing, it's like, oh, you're leaving behind the good choice and you're choosing this devil option. But the truth is your path is forward. You know, this is, yeah, fear. Yeah, fears. Am I stable enough? Am I wise enough? Oh my goodness. What it's the devil is putting your insecurities on a parade in front of you to try to make you not make this choice forward. Oh, he's so mad. Right? Am I educated enough? Am I smart enough? Am I pretty enough? Am I thin enough? Does my skin look like this? Does my hair look like that? Do my nails look like this? Or, you know, do my abs look like that? Do I have strong shoulders? How long is my, you know, like everything society wants to judge you, base you on. And also something here about your internal fire, your passion. Do I have that it thing? Can I really do what God is telling me I'm supposed to be doing? Am I stable enough? Am I sound enough? Am I resourceful enough? Am I brave enough? Am I strong enough? Am I clever enough to really actually juggle all of this? I'm so afraid that I'm not enough. That's what this is. And the devil is like, oh, you shouldn't choose going forward because don't you know that whatever it is, all this that they're putting on display, you know, God says, you know, Spirit is saying that this is one of those really pivotal destiny moments of free will, of choice. Spirit is going to give you a choice, but this walking into this new world has to be your choice. There will be an amount of bravery that will be required from you. There will be an amount of risk. There will be pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, doing things you've never done before, learning things you didn't even know were even things that existed. There will be steps that you will be asked to take forward. I'm seeing the Star card, I'm seeing the Tower card, and I'm seeing the Fool card. Do you want this? Because your spirit guides want me to remind you that there's a part of you that understands this is my destiny. So if it is your destiny, who's going to take it away from you? Who's going to stop you? Who's going to stand in your way when God says this is what you are to do? Only you. Only you. Only you. Because that's where this devil energy is. It's in your mind. It's in your ego. It's in your brain. It's in your fears. Right? That's where this is. It is in your mind. And it is up to you to choose to see that. And yes, absolutely. Spirit, you know, will put people in front of you that mirror this, you know, that mirror these fears, that mirror these insecurities. That's what this devil energy does. It mirrors your, it knows, right? It knows your passions. It knows your desires. It knows your obsessions. It knows what you're greedy for, what you lust after. And when it knows what you want, it knows what you fear. And when it knows what you fear, it's like I have you by the balls, like I got you. But where your power comes in overcoming this is in realizing that it is only an illusion. Right? Don't be mistaken. Dangerous things can happen. But this feeling of, am I worth it? Of course. Of course you are. You wouldn't have been given an assignment that you couldn't complete. This is not some cruel joke. The universe is playing on you. But the universe absolutely believes in you. If you believe in you. Do you believe in you? Because you're manifesting and creating your own reality. So the universe is a big giant mirror of what we want the world to be, or what we truly deeply believe the world really is. We choose. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, hello. And the card, what is it? The Strength. And what's the Strength card? The card that overcomes the devil. Come on now. This is about kind of that profit into pain, kind of lemons into come on now. It's all about soul experience here. Some of your spirit guides do want to say it's not personal. It's not personal. It is for your personal growth. It is for your soul growth. It is for just experiencing all different types of life, which is what we are sent here to do, in my opinion. And not all of those parts of life are going to be great. They're not all going to feel good. But there are also so many things that do. And one doesn't get rid of the other or minimize the other. But it's all a part of the plan. It's all a part of life. It all is all a part of experiencing this 3D reality. We are experiencing things this way because we are meant to experience them. And I know that for some people that can be a triggering thing because I don't know what you're going through. And don't mishear me and think that I mean that it's like, oh, it's going to be okay. It's fine. You were meant to. You should be happy. I'm not saying any of that. I personally have gone through things I wish I'd never had. However, on the other side of them, I can say that I took something out of it. Even if it's to not, just to not do what I did again. That's the overall point, right? And this overall point and what you have been experiencing here is that you can overcome. This is a choice. It's a choice to overcome this. And what you're overcoming, it might have happened to you because of the free will choice of another person. It might have happened. Some of you are overcoming things that happened to you against your will. But this is about living now, not then, and living for yourself now. Right? Because dying now and rotting on the vine now is not going to save your past self. It's not. And there comes a time in your life, and your time is now. And Spirit is asking you to make a choice to overcome. To make a choice to do the things and make the choices you know that you need to make. Spirit is asking a lot of people that right now about a lot of different things, right? So this is really general, right? It could be about anything in your life. And if it's what you need to hear, it's what you need to hear. And if it's not, or it's too triggering, maybe it's not your time, or maybe it's just not a message for you, and that's okay too. But the girls that get it, right? As they say. Okay. And this has been so hidden from you. This has been hurtling straight forward like a freight train straight towards you because you're the one calling it in, and it's been completely blinded to you, right? But it's because you chose to be blind. Introspection, you know, communication. Yeah, talk to yourself. Community. Get into it. Okay, get into it. Do you hear what I'm saying? Get into it. Yeah, spirit is really, they're ready to work with you. Rolling thunder. You have a vision. You have a vision based on a passion. This is an Ace of Wands moment right here with this fifth house and this Neptune. Sorry. And you know what direction in general you want to go with this. And Spirit is saying, hey, again, strength, stand strong. Stay in a place of your power. Community. That you actually have a community out there, that you have, like, you, home, come on now. You have a home out there. Maybe you're creating a home for yourself. Maybe you're creating a family for yourself. Maybe you're creating that home, that safe place for yourself. Spirit said that was always the choice. Create this safe space for yourself, right? When we're young, it's not our choice. But after you become an adult, hello, when your perspective of who is really in control here, of who has authority over the show, you do. Who has authority over your life, you do. And you have this vision of who you want to be. You always have. You're the person with the power to create this vision for yourself. And there's a vision, like a larger vision, like a spiritual vision or a financial or a family, something, it's personal to you. You've been given this and you know what it is. You know what you want. So what are you willing to do? Invitation. Spirit is asking you. I really feel like this devil energy is trying to make you feel like you have to sacrifice something to deserve this. Right? We get so caught up in this kind of, I have to carve away a part of myself, this defective part of myself. I need to cut it away. I need to kill it. I need to throw it away in the trash. And, if it works for you, it works for you. But there's some of us that just doesn't work for, because it doesn't really sit right with your spirit. So redefine it. I've said this before, work it around and twist it to make it work for you, right? Y'all probably can't see that, but as soon as I clicked those down, hit lightning. There's lightning. Yeah, exactly. There is this higher community here, that is inviting you to tap in, right? You might have worked with this community before. Now, this could be an earthly community. This could be a higher dimensional community, starseed, whatever it is for you, right? For some of you, I do feel like this is like a church community for you, for some of you. But it's definitely spiritual. Even if in the 3D, it really doesn't seem to have anything to do with spiritual. It's a part of your spiritual journey. Everything we experience is a part of our spiritual journey. It's part of our plan. Yeah, and it's about how when we bump into those people and when we bump into that energy, it changes us, and it's supposed to. Some of you are weeping and wanting to have a version of you before this happened. And the truth is, that version of you has changed. And despite what your interpretation of that change is, what your perception of that change is, it's a change, and it's meant to be permanent. And it's meant to change you, but that doesn't mean that it has to scar you. And it's kind of, again, this energy of transmuting it to a higher thought process, transmuting it to and when I say the things that I say here on the channel, that is my point. I'm holding space for you out there to transmute and to help change your thought process of how you see yourself and how you see your power and your effect that you can have on your life and on your world and on your thought process and on your patterns. I lived so long in my life thinking that I had to be a certain way, and that was all there was to it, when I realized that there was something so much more. I don't want it to ever seem like I'm pretending like I'm not also experiencing hardships on the spiritual journey. I am, and I have made plenty of mistakes on this journey. I have my whole life. I've made plenty of mistakes, but I'm finally getting to a point in my life when I'm really forgiving myself for the things that I really view as negative mistakes. And I'm learning just as much as you are, is what I'm trying to say. I'm learning along with you guys. I'm learning just as much as you are. And yeah, Venus, I'm really learning how to love myself. And at the end of the day, that is always Spirit's, intention here. Especially for some of you particularly could feel like you really connect to the Pleiadian collective. Okay. That's kind of like pink ray, unconditional love energy, this expansion, like the universe. It's like kind of like plugging into a much higher thought process of the universe. It's like listening to like positive affirmations, or having positive affirmations is what the energy feels like. It's going in and rewriting our thought process to where, unplugging from those old paradigms to where we have been charged in a negative sense. And it's like coming into, contact with a much higher crystalline body that's kind of like, just like small crystals that we have here on Earth energetically. When you come into contact with these higher dimensional beings, it changes you. It changes you when you come into contact with low vibrational beings as well, right? It changes you. And but things can be rewritten, things can be unlearned, and your mind is malleable and it can be changed, and you can become the author of that change. And it's never too early and it's never too late, and you are always on time if you're really ready. So forgive yourself and show up for yourself. And when you have those negative thoughts that you're not enough, tell yourself you are. Show yourself you are. You are enough. You are worthy. A lot of you are going to have some really, really positive, really loving partnerships coming into your life, and of all sorts. This is some really beautiful soulmate energy here. Yeah. And I do think there will be some tension with kind of releasing and letting go of this old cycle and changing over into something new. Really, it's in that stage of rewriting your brain, of rewriting your thought process. It gets kind of confusing for a little bit, right? Your brain kind of has to like, Lexi the Leo who's another fellow tarot reader here, described it one time as your body having to like log off and like basically like reboot itself and then turn back on, and that just really, yeah, because you're healing. Come on now. And it's kind of recalibrating yourself to this like higher level of actual healing because you've been in this like shadow energy for so long. It's like your body is kind of just like, oh, I don't know how to process this, like I don't know how to switch over from really seeing things only in the darkness to seeing like an equal balance of both, right? Because that's the truth of healing. It's meant to be an equal balance of both. It's not meant to be all light and it's not meant to be all dark. But for a lot of you, you spent a good amount of time in the darkness, and Spirit is saying, take that blindfold off. You don't have to stay in the dark. Yeah. And through these soulmate experiences and these, and these exchanges that you have here, right? You are able to achieve this change, the work that you are put in here. You're able to learn those karmic lessons with that Capricornian, like, Saturn energy. I was struggling there for a second. Okay. Yeah, some of you could be going through a Saturn return. I'm not sure. It depends. Virgo. Spirit says right now, they really, like, as you are reaccustom yourself to the light and the dark, right? Being the balance mix of both. Pay close attention to what you nourish yourself with and what you give yourself. That includes not just physically, but also emotionally and mentally. The people that you expose yourself to. The content that you watch, the food that you eat, everything that you consume, that you take in, is going to you're going to have to relearn how to almost like process it, is what Spirit is saying. And you're going to have to learn how to digest things that are bringing this balance in here to both your light and to finding that balance here between, even if you want to talk about like actual physical diet, between not just, like starving yourself or like, never eating any sweets or never doing anything or never treating yourself or anything like that, having that balance, more like a balance energy and treating yourself, but then also, taking care of yourself and, choosing and making healthy and wise choices for yourself on all different levels, right? Especially psychologically, Spirit is saying for some of you, like, what you tell yourself is really what you're gonna grow. But Spirit, the seeds that you plant inside your mind is what you're gonna reap, and is what you're gonna is what you're gonna grow. So if you whisper to yourself love, and you whisper to yourself, happiness and abundance and love and understanding and peacefulness, and that is what's going to grow in your existence. That's what's going to grow around you. Yeah, there is this like symbiotic nature here between you and the universe and the reality that you are experiencing. Many of you here are like shifting that kind of thought process and shifting that dynamic to see from a different perspective. But there are many here too, right, that come to oppose that, right? And who kind of hate that energy. Yeah. So there's also an opportunity here to shift your perspective on the type of messages that you've been consuming. And again, there's an energy here of finding an equal parts of the light and the dark kind of energy. There's a lot of like, like reintroducing your shadow, doing that shadow work, and then like recalibrating yourself to having a little bit of both. I feel like a lot in our society that we're really taught to repress our shadow energy, and it Maybe it works for some people, but I feel like for you guys, you know, this is about being allowing it, understanding. Yes, this is a part of really look with the black and the white. Yeah, this is about understanding the balance and finding the middle way through, right? Like of the light, of the dark, of the yin and the yang, and finding that balance there. Hey, and balancing out your balancing out cycles in your life. Hold on just 1 second. And Spirit says really like your success and how you view success is really going to change when you step into this energy of accepting with this North Node energy of accepting that this is your destiny, that this is your path, that it's really, you know, what it looks like, what your life looks like, what your family looks like, what your money looks like, what your job looks like, you know, what your clothes look like, what your house look, you know, like all of those things, what your body looks like, it's all up, you know, for choice for you, right? But the choice really is the ultimate goal here really is about finding this balance here. I feel like a lot of you could be Libras watching this, because there is this energy of finding this heavy balance energy here of accepting both and accepting this like kind of like weighted energy on both sides, not trying to be too much one or the other. And also time, to just give yourself time to, Spirit is saying. You know, like make a genuine effort. And there is this energy here around this like community energy here. And I'm hearing like-minded individuals. You're going to be finding like-minded individuals that are, you know, that are really going to speak to your heart space. They're going to speak to your heart space. And unlike people from the past, instead of offering confusion, these people are going to offer clarity. These people are going to offer victory, you know? And the communication, because your internal communication style is evolving and changing, the people that you attract, the people that you attract will match this like new communication style of like love and acceptance and understanding and seeing the truth. And it's because you're choosing, instead of choosing to turn away and reject yourself, you're choosing to turn towards yourself and accept yourself and love yourself. And because of that, people aren't mirroring that back to you and turning away and rejecting you. Yeah. You're leaving you live in the place where you were before and stepping more into this independent energy. You know, it's like breaking your codependence in this need, you know, in this regret from the past of things that didn't work out, of things that didn't work out the way that you wanted them to, and, you know, allowing things to, you know, flow away. If they need to go, let them flow, let them go. You know, we are meant to have experiences in our life for certain amounts of time, you know, and when we've learned the lesson, when it's time to let go, it's time to let go. You know, and it's time to kind of my spirit guys are trying to kind of make a joke, but I heard that Jesus Take the Wheel song. You know, it's kind of like, let the universe, you know, like listen and really tap in very deeply to what direction the universe is really pointing you in, you know, where the signs, where the synchronicities, and where those things are, you know. Because they've been talking to you, but you're not exactly quite like getting it, or not quite getting, the message is exactly, look, the universe has literally been trumpeting down and telling you, hey, it's time to let go of certain things and rise anew, right? Let go of this old life and rise to something different. You know, it's reminding me of that, like rising from the Phoenix energy. Yeah, but there's this rejection energy here of allowing yourself to grow, of allowing yourself to expand. For some of you, it's about allowing yourself to be seen. This could be a past life karma that you're overcoming, or even like karma just from your past, if you're not really into past lives, you know. This is about getting the justice that you really deserve. Because there feels like there's been this really big imbalance in the past of how much you give and how much you receive, you know, and or maybe like even like the quickness that you give, or the quickness, you know, like you have a very loving, open heart, you know, and it's led you to some instances of not wanting to see yourself and not wanting to see the truth of you know, of what other people's intentions are, or what the really the truth underneath the situation. Spirit could even be telling you, like, you could be having excuse me, you could be having moments. You don't really want to tell yourself this, right? Like, you're like, I don't want to hear it. You might be having moments that you're reliving from the past, and you're kind of seeing the situations, like seeing situations, seeing, you know, conversations, seeing events that happened in your past, and kind of looking back, you know, with the wisdom that you have gained now, and you see us, and you're seeing situations. You're finally, Spirit is saying you're finally seeing situations for the truth of what they really were, you know, to be careful to not allow too much darkness to spin up a bunch of like tales of paranoia and things. Be mindful of that devil energy, that kind of grief energy, or this kind of like fear, doubt energy kind of creeping in, right? Yeah, because that's really the big outside influence here, is an internal influence of you. Yeah. That's really really what it is. You know, when you hear some people say like you're your biggest critic, or you're the, you know, the worst thing that's in your way, and it's that kind of energy there. Yeah, it's all this baggage, right? It's all this stuff. It's all this stuff that's been clinging to you, stuff that's been psychologically and physically weighing you down. You know, the times when you should have made different decisions. Forgive yourself because you don't know. You know, hindsight is 2020, whatnots. You know, um, the times when you thought maybe I should have been smarter, I should have seen something, or I should have noticed something. Forgive yourself. Move on. You know, and that's of course easier said than done, but it comes with practice. You know, and you learn something and you become wiser and smarter from it, and you know, you don't let it cloud your heart, and you kind of just continue to walk forward, understanding that the world can be a very beautiful place, even a big, it can be an ugly place as well, right? But there's a huge opportunity here for some really big shifts in the wheel. You know, if you felt like that you were underneath this wheel grinding away, that there's an opportunity here to shift your perspective, right? To shift your position, and to shift who and what you choose, and who you choose to be, and what you choose to be, right? Yeah. It's that vision you have of yourself, that vision of that life that you have, that vision that you want to become and be made a reality. You know, you want to activate this. Spirit said you're going to be shown. So keep your eyes open, take that blindfold off, and, you know, and don't be scared to walk forward. Things are going to get kind of intense feeling, Spirit said. And they might have been pretty intense feeling, all of these eclipses and everything. Yeah, you're regrounding, and your roots are really being regrown here, right? And I was at the gym earlier, and I was working out, and then afterwards I was meditating, and I was really seeing this kind of card, this kind of energy right here, with like the roots growing in, and the leaves growing up, you know, and connecting to the universe, and connecting to the higher and the lower energy, you know. it it's gonna bring, oh my gosh, it's gonna bring such a change motion here. It's a quick burst of energy forward that brings a massive change, which this gives me like really like masculine, like direct. It's, you know what it's giving me? It's kind of giving me like a direct influence, like a direct push from the universe to bring this change. And it feels like a tower, right? That's tower energy, right? A sudden and it's like this change that happens in your life that brings about something completely different. And Spirit's saying now you're just kind of tweaking and kind of figuring out on the other side of it, you know, how to rise above and how to really think differently, from a position of strength and a position of power, of empowerment, of self-empowerment, of self-love, of self-acceptance. Yeah. And it's understanding what this discomfort truly means to you. The discomfort that you are experiencing now is because you're not used to, it's like becoming acclimated, right, to this new environment. And it's also purging the old, right? Purging and cleansing the old. And realignment just takes time, and that's okay. Yeah. But now you're gonna be slipping into a much like this kind of calm, because you were going through this like crazy activations phase, and now I really feel like the alignment and the stars are really going to be lining up to bring in this much more like kind of like calm, cooling energy. It feels kind of like maybe Aquarian or Piscean, where it's like it's kind of like this cooling waters like falling down from above. Imagery is when I'm being shown, you know. So it's like things cooling off, things calming down, post all of this activation, this crazy activation energy that you've gone through, and just coming out on the other side of it, honestly, so much stronger. And that doesn't make all these like craziness and how you feel, and it doesn't make it any easier, but it is a kind of like, hey, well, at the end of it though, you'll be stronger, and you will, I don't know, there's just kind of energy of like you're gonna be so much more in love with yourself, like. Not, and even if you have a really healthy self-love for yourself, oh my gosh, you guys, when I put this down, I just saw this. When I put this down, I just hit it and the tower came out. My elbow just swiped the top and the tower was right there at the top. That's crazy. Yeah, exactly. So really nurture yourself right now. Be there for yourself, and there will be this bountiful harvest. Spirit is saying, it's time now. It's time now. You've been spending time in like investing and, watering, planting. Some of you have been spending you're all at different stages, and some of you are at the even just like looking and like reading the back of the seed pack and being like, do I want to grow these seeds? Can I handle this harvest? And Spirit saying, yeah, you can. Right? It's your your individualized little packet that you've been given here, and Spirit's like, like it's gonna be your new favorite fruit. It's gonna be your new favorite flower. It's gonna be your new favorite everything in this life. Because it's going to be grown from you and what you really want, and what is really going to satisfy you and what is really going to nourish you. The universe is letting you know that it's speaking to you, and that it's kind of getting to a point where it's not gonna stop speaking to you. Like it's kind of almost like, hey, you have. It's almost like it's the universe like, you have to do this. Libra balance in reverse. What did I say? Like there is this. It has to be balanced. The scales have to be balanced. There's this energy here of like this cosmic energy coming in to balance these scales, because things have to be balanced. Like it's feeling like divine intervention. Honestly, that's what it's feeling like, divine intervention. Yeah, okay. First house arrival. First house arrival and seventh house relationship. This is about you building a relationship. This can also honestly be about, this can mirror on many different levels of your life. This is definitely you building a better relationship with yourself, first off. You building a better relationship with the universe and with how you see the universe and how you see the world and the world that you create around you. Golly, this relationship card is beautiful. The energy that is flowing off of this card is magnetizing. Like, I just keep staring. I know you saw me staring at it. Like, I was staring at it because I'm just like, oh, it's so yummy. It is so yummy. It's wonderful. It's this really deep, beautiful feeling here. And there's this beautiful, deep acceptance of self, an arrival of allowing yourself to truly be who you really are. Yeah, it's giving me that, it's giving me Lion King, it's giving me Mufasa. Remember who you are, Simba. It's like, remember who your power is. Remember, some of y'all might resonate with like Lyran Star Seeds, okay? It's remember who you are. Remember what you were supposed to be doing. Remember that you're here on a mission, that you're here, um, and that mission really is to live and fulfill yourself and to be fulfilled and happy and to live a happy life with who you really are. To accept yourself for all your flaws and all your flaws and all the things and everything, and to understand that it is within your power to enrich yourself in whatever way you feel like you need to. But this imagery right here is just it. I keep viewing this as actually you. Like, this is like a mirror of you here. This other hand coming in here. And it just feels like you just so deeply, this could be like really deep, like inner child healing as well here. It's really beautiful. You guys are doing some spectacular work out there in these streets. Okay. Yeah, that's seeding the light. Seeding the light of self-love is the biggest gift. It's that true Ace of Cups energy. And there's that Saturn energy that I was talking about, this restructuring of your mind and of your thought process and how you view yourself. Okay? Because you're letting go. South Node, you're overcoming this past energy and letting it go. Come on now. Oh wait. Through introspection. Through this introspection, you are cultivating, okay, an alliance here with this kind of ever-changing flow energy here. This is kind of like almost like death energy here with the scorpionic change, evolution, death, understanding that things come and things go, right? But there's balance in here. There's balance in here. There's balance in the universe. Right? There's balance, balancing energies to be had. So take it. It's out there. The universe is out there just begging you to tell it what you want and what type of life you want to experience. And it's been hearing you. It's been hearing your thoughts, but are your actions aligning? Hello? Are your actions aligning? There's that lightning, that kind of like bolt, that, again, I said, as I was talking about Aries energy, yeah, a lot of Aries energy. That act, that masculine energy that I talked about here with this Martian energy. This, it's kind of this energy of, are you willing to take, hello, a wild fluff appears. Are you willing to take the next steps? Ooh, are you willing to take the next steps to create that feeling of home for yourself here? To create and cultivate that energy of, I'm okay because I've got me. And the universe has got me too. I don't have to feel like this is some hideous place that's constantly, you know, showing me tragedy after tragedy. And for some of you, this is really about embracing the light, embracing the lighter side of what life can really be. So for a lot of you, it was a part of your, like, you know, kind of like your fate to experience a lot, you know, to walk through the darkness for a while. And now I really feel like you are kind of giving this kind of like handoff energy, and the spirit is coming in with this, okay, now it's time to experience the light, to learn, so that you can learn how to balance between the two. This is really important. Mm-hmm. And then, right? Then the real you makes their entrance. Splash onto the world. Oh, hello, Pluto Rebirth. Come on now. Come on now. There's like this. It's almost like I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry, like, damn, I'm sorry I had to put you through that. I know that was rough, but yo, I know it was rough. I'm so sorry I had to put you through that, but guess what? You get to have a brand new beginning now. You know, and it's less about passing a test, Spirit is saying, and it's more about acceptance. You know, to be honest, Spirit doesn't care if you're ready now or if you're ready 10 years from now, but it's up to you. How do you feel about it? Are you ready now? Because Spirit is willing and ready to give it whenever you're ready to take it, you know? But you have to take that cup. That's that Four of Cups energy. You have to learn that lesson about taking that cup. Come on now. And not letting your fears and anxieties and but what ifs and all that stand in your way of you taking that cup in your hand. Come on now. Hello? Source said, I'm right here. Right? I gave you the vision. You know, you're learning how to balance out and get used to going through this review energy here. Look at that. Going through that review energy there. Okay? It's about finding this balance and finding this exchange, having this Piscean exchange with the universe. And then look, didn't I say that earlier? I said it's like this Piscean energy here of flow energy, like the universe is pouring down onto you. And what is the universe pouring down onto you, girl? Boy. The Ace of Cups. Honey, whatever you want to be called, love. Okay? But mama, guy, kid, whatever you want to be called, you got to take the cup. Whoever you are out there, you got to take the cup. Because the cup comes from learning these lessons. But you see, you're wounded. You're that wounded warrior, right? Kind of hesitant. Look how you're looking at that cup like, I don't know. I don't know, because I got hurt in the past. But what if it's the same stuff? Hey, come on now. Well, you learn the red flags. So if you saw them, if you see them, walk away. Investigate. Spend more time looking into it and getting to know. Don't allow things to be such a mystery. You know the truth now. You've been shown your truth. Things have been balanced out for you, or you've been taught, or you've been shown how to balance things out, right? And it's by having those boundaries. You know, knowing what's right for you, knowing what's your truth. You've been taught, you've been shown. Get down. She said anyway. And I just heard it's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. This reading is doing all kinds of things to my body. Something to flip. I feel like it did. Yeah. This is your path to victory. And Spirit saying, listen to the signs. How, oh, and take that leap of faith, okay? The full energy. Take that leap of faith when it comes towards you. Take that risk when it comes towards you, okay? This is about taking that blindfold off and realizing that everything, all your all these fears and being not being enough, it's all an illusion. It's all an illusion cast by the devil. Cast back on you by your own fears and your own doubts so that you can eliminate them. You know, so you can get rid of them, so you can balance them out. So you can break your codependency on them. Some of y'all have been telling you that your fears and that your doubts, you've been telling yourself, oh, that's just me being logical, or that's just me being safe, that's just me being frugal, that's just me being smart. But Spirit's saying at the core of it, it's not for all of you, but for some of you, it's really you being scared to take that cup, to really go down that path. And you know this. Spirit's saying you know this, and you know that it's your fear. You know, what you have told yourself is law, is logic, is what it is really a fear. Sorry, y'all, low battery. It's really just your fear. It's really just anxiety. You know, it's time to take that cup because there's opportunity to take that cup, like coming straight towards you. Okay. And you can see and I really feel like some of you see this coming. You feel it coming. You know that it's coming. You've been waiting for it to come. It's coming. Especially if some of y'all been waiting for a Two of Cups of partnership to come here. The universe is saying, partner up with me. You know, partner up with me and all this is going to come. Right? Hello. So, and it's really about working with yourself. That's what that really is about. Getting to know yourself. That's the number one way to cut confusion out of your life. Is getting to know yourself and who you really are. That's where everything starts from there. And then you can start learning about other people. But know yourself first. Then it's a lot easier to know what's other people and what's you. What's you being triggered and what's somebody else being toxic. You know, like what's going on here. And you can see kind of like the signs, and you can see the rhythms, and you can see the, the kind of plans, and I was like, oh, it's kind of like, oh, Spirit wants me to learn this, or wants me to know this, or wants me to understand this. That's why I'm experiencing this that I'm experiencing right now. And that's a much more place of empowerment, or it will definitely feel, for a lot of you, it's going to feel much more powerful, It's coming from a place of like really having a lot of self-respect and self-understanding, but it's really about you taking that blindfold off. That's what's going to start this new beginning for you. You keep waiting for like, what's the thing that I need to do? You need to take this blindfold off and let this come, let it come to your mind here, because you're just not seeing that that you're bringing it on. Like you're manifesting it through some kind of actions that you're doing. You know, it's kind of like, oh, because it hasn't shown up yet, I don't think that I'm really working it out, or I'm really doing it. Yeah, you are. You are. You're bringing it about. Maybe you're just too close to it. Oh my gosh. Sorry, my dog just jumped up out of like a dead sleep and took off across the yard. You are. This feeling of home, this feeling of strength, it's all coming. It's all coming towards you, but you don't really feel it because you're in this Hangman energy. And again, it's this energy of the pause. The power of the pause, or the power of the pause between. It's about continuing to have that strength and having that faith in yourself and faith in the universe. That's the quote unquote the test. That's the, it's, I know that it's going to come. I'm working towards it. I'm listening. I'm taking the cues. I'm doing what I can do. I am doing my part of it, to take care of myself and take care of my vessel, and, and to make those choices that I know I am supposed to be making, and trust and know that it is coming in. And it is. Oh, yeah. It's coming. The real deal. Oh, that's what Spirit just wanted to say. And they wanted to show himself again to the King of Wands. Yeah. A King of Wands that sees their match in you. It's this like kind of like fire and earth energy coming towards you. And it's because this person matches you. I did see the King of Pentacles several times. Someone who's also going inside. But be careful about convincing yourself that you can't find the answers. Yeah. That's that third party whisper, fears and doubts kind of energy. Judgment. Yeah. This choice is here. This choice is here before you. Be careful also of the fact that the enemy, okay, that they will try to disguise themselves, right, as blessings. Just have discernment. If you see the red flags, see them again. You get justice for yourself, by being the one to empower yourself by making the choice. Don't ask, for example, don't ask God, oh, God, just don't send me any more karmic people my way. So I just don't, just send me only nice people that just want to do nice things for me. And it's like taking the responsibility off of yourself. Oh, that reminds me of a reading that Green Eyes did. Green Eyes, some of you might have a message with her. Perfectly Imperfect with Green Eyes. And it's a choice. It's your choice. It's your free will. It's time for you to make that choice, for you to make that decision. It's your choice to choose that new life for yourself, and to grasp it, and to truly let go of the past. Because again, I'm being reminded too of Victoria, right, with Star Moon Angel 1111 here on YouTube too, right? New level, new devil. Yeah. There's a it's this energy of, the world is both, right? The reality of it is that, yeah, not everybody out there is a good person choosing to enact their free will to do, to spread peace and love and light and good feelings and jolliness in the world, right? So it's just about learning, that you have the power to not allow these people a place in your life, a place in your heart, and to not allow your heart to be scarred by the times in the past that you have, learn from these lessons, learn from this heartbreak, but stay open to change and stay open to love, basically, is what Spirit is saying. Stay open to love. And it's a balancing game. And it's almost this energy here of like the blindfold has been taken off, but you kind of are still kind of acting like it's still on, kind of energy. Spirit is saying, yeah, things still standing in your way. And it's the fear. Look, it's those fears. I'm not enough. I'm not worthy. Maybe I'm phony. Maybe I'm false. Will I be able to tell if this person, if this opportunity is false? Hierophant in reverse. There is this energy of putting this, unplugging from this, putting it to bed. This thought process. Putting your fears and your doubts on the back burner. Spirit is saying. You might never be able to eradicate them, but you can choose to overcome them. You can choose to, you know, because it's human to have fears, right? But it's in the choice, it's in the free will choice to overcome those fears, and to not allow those fears to end things before they even start for you, or to not allow yourself to go out there and to live and to do it and to make the choices that you really want to make, be the person you really want to be, you know, go do and go be who you really want to be, and stop allowing like this confusion, this illusion of. And there's also this energy here of like living in like, oh, I'll just fantasize about it because fantasy is easy, you know, it doesn't get taken away, there's no risk. I'll just fantasize about it and not take the step forward. And it's like, yeah, that's what needs to be balanced out. There needs to be, this right here might inspire you, but it turns into confusion if this is all you do. If you just stay locked in this hangman, wondering, fantasizing, vision energy, and not putting action behind it, not grounding it, you know, having that vision and that passion, but not grounding it. And there is this balance that needs to happen here between those two things. Hello. Justice. Truth. King of Wands, you know? Tower. Someone here is finding out or will be finding out a truth about a certain individual from their past that is going to be really, or maybe in the past was really difficult for you to overcome or for you to face or for you to accept. Yeah, but it's coming up to the surface so that you can heal it and so that you can let go of it. And that so that you can actually get away, you know, kind of get away from it. And actually, instead of just running away from it, you can actually stand and face it and let it go and purge it and get rid of it. That's the kind of energy here. But it's almost like this energy here of, it's almost like this energy of, you know, disengagement in some type of way is a power. Yeah, exactly. Just walking away and not engaging, because there is almost this energy here of like, fight me, continue to energy exchange with me, continue to fight me, continue to battle me, continue to see it as like a fight that you're going to be eternally locked in, that kind of energy. It's like that traps you there in that battling and in that fighting. But if you choose to walk away and you choose your power and you choose to stand in your knowledge and you choose to stand in your place and in your power and to act, you know, from a place of power, walk away is kind of the energy that I'm getting from this. You know the truth, so walk away. So what's holding you back? Is it timing? Is it how big the destiny is? How big the journey will be? How much work is required? What is it? You need to ask yourself this, and to truly ask yourself, is it worthy of facing? Because for many of you, it really, really is. And the outcome would definitely be worthy of facing whatever it is you're coming up against. Yeah. And an opportunity to do this is coming towards you. But it's almost like, well, you got to drop something, right? You got to drop one of these things to be able to hold it, because it's coming in. And there has to be balance here. And it's almost like you can't hold three, like you only have two hands kind of energy. So it's like drop your, drop the baggage, drop the guilt or the shame or the fears, the insecurities, whatever it is from your past, right? Because this is what's really balanced. This is what you're really. This is your biggest competition. Like this is what's really, fighting to hold on, kind of energy, right? Hmm. It's also too kind of this energy of fight for yourself instead of fighting for someone else's affection or approval. Fight for yourself, you know, instead of pouring your energy into trying to prove yourself to someone else or to prove your worth to someone. Just do it because you know that you are worthy. It's this kind of trying without trying kind of energy. um yeah, the Ace of Wands is on the floor and it's in reverse at that. That's what's being left behind is that Ace of Wands is this kind of overindulgent as well energy here. Maybe overindulging in the fantasies and not in the actions, overindulging in the visions, but not putting them into play. Yeah, holding back here. Holding back from fear, because of fear of loss or fear of being made a fool or of failure. But Spirit is saying really the only true failure is not trying at all. Mm-hmm. So it's from the 4 to the 3 of Pentacles to the 2 to the 1, right? It's dropping off. It's dropping off these heavy weighted things, right? Things that Pentacles is the slowest moving suit in tarot. And it's about letting go of these heavy things that have been weighing you down so that you can come down, to an offer of a brand new beginning. It's kind of like I'm hearing that ogres have ogres have layers. It's like you take it. It's like taking off layers of of pain or of trauma or it's that unlearning energy. It's relearning how to be vulnerable. Exactly, it's letting go of those 3 of Swords. It's shaking those swords out of your heart. It's healing yourself, forgiving yourself, loving yourself. And maybe it's this kind of energy of, because the 9 of Pentacles in reverse keeps shooting that overindulgent energy. Maybe it's overindulging in the right activities and the right things to invest into yourself long term. Because that's what's keeping this energy from growing. Oops. Yeah. It's those fears that are stopping you from. It's this fear of like, oh my gosh, I just healed my heart. What if it gets 3 more swords to it? Yeah, that's that energy. It's the oh, here we go again, having to heal because those 3 of Cups spilled over, like the 5 of Cups, right? That's Spirit saying, but there's always. It's really, honestly, for some of you, it really is honestly about almost like kind of like looking on the bright side to super oversimplify it. It is about choosing to look on the bright side. And that might be triggering for some people, but for some of you, that's what's really going to help you. Looking on the bright side, looking for the positive affirmation, changing that energy around, detaching and cleansing yourself of that kind of being magnetized to that negative energy and really kind of, change your energy, change what you attract, right? Go inside to kind of like, and in that introspection energy there, and bringing that, you know, that heart healing energy to yourself, right? That star energy here to your heart to heal it and to face it. And it's kind of actually coming out of it a little bit more like a King of Cups energy here, where it's like, okay, like I very much so have very much so, I do have emotions, but maybe I don't have them on my sleeve, or maybe I'm a little bit, I don't want to say hardened, but it's like I'm a little bit, I don't allow outside influences to affect me so like strongly. Maybe that's kind of, it's kind of being able, again, know thyself so that you can tell the difference between projected energy, between other people's energy and your energy as well. And being able to cleanse other people's energy from your energy. Yeah. Yeah, an opportunity to take that cup is rushing in passionately, really quickly. Yeah. And it is an opportunity here, right? To put one cup down and eventually, and to pick up a different cup that's going to end in a 10, that's going to lead you to more like, for a lot of you, this could be putting an end to a lot of mental instability as well as financial, physical security and instability. Changing the way that you think about the world, thus changing the way that you operate within the world. And it's putting, again, like I said, it is putting an end to this 10 here, to the struggles and to the pain and to this holding on to all this baggage. Bag lady, okay, to heal yourself. Star. To come, you go from having all this baggage, all these layers, again, right, to being bare, being vulnerable, being as you were before all, it is kind of about like taking off these layers and revealing the true you without all these fears and insecurities and all the things that you've picked up from everybody else along the way. Yeah, you've kind of been full of other people's problems and woes and insecurities, and it's time for you to release those and let those go. You don't have to pass them down, right? This is that essence of that overcoming generational trauma, generational curses, generational, toxic mindsets, however you want to say it, however you want to view it, whatever word, whatever label that you want to give it, right? It's overcoming those things and putting them to rest, it stops with me, it ends with me. I'm not passing this down exactly. I am breaking free of my codependencies. I am breaking free, and I'm living and cultivating a beautiful garden here, right? 9 Pentacles. That's the vision that you've been seeing of yourself and that you've wanted for yourself for a very long time. And Spirit says that you have all the power inside of you to create that home, that energy, that security for yourself. But there's kind of this energy of self-sabotage has been holding you back in the past. We're just being honest about it, right? We're just going to be very honest. I think you've also had help from other people along the way, of course. But yeah, you have. But there is also this energy of it's your choice whether or not you take that offer or you don't. Whether or not you take out your hand and you take the opportunity and take take the bull by its horns. Cultivate your future. Cultivate your life for yourself. Nobody's going to step in and do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. That's the blindfold that you need to take off. Nobody else is going to solve your problems. Even if you did meet the perfect person for you, right? Your perfect friend, your perfect job, all of those things, you will still have this need to heal this inside of you, or this need to pay attention to this inside of you. Yeah. And it's about cleansing that kind of, it's like a cleansing that energy, or learning to kind of work with it, to understand, to know yourself, and to know, okay, is this my fears and my insecurities telling me to hold myself back, or is this my intuition telling me this isn't for me? Is the universe telling me, hey, this isn't for you? Or is the universe telling me, hey, it's time for you to push yourself beyond your comfort zone? This is about you developing your sense of self and knowing of self, and having those skills to discern for yourself. You can't expect the universe to discern everything for you or to do things for you. You're going to have to learn how to do them for yourself. And you're going to have to learn how to stand on this, you know. And I think that a lot of you, don't get me wrong, I think a lot of you have really been working on gaining your independence from this energy here. I think you've been putting a lot of work in it. Yeah. But you're going to have to learn how to let that go. If you want something new to come in, you're going to have to drop something. You need to have a free hand to grasp it when it comes in, to grasp that cup, to grasp that offer. It's hard to fill a cup which is already full. You need to kind of dump out all the old stuff, unlearn all the old stuff, right? So that you can gain your independence. Yeah, exactly. And that's what going through these karmic lessons and through this, it really is, so that you can receive your victory. Come on now. Come on now. Yeah. Because your cup was filled up with a lot of not too healthy stuff, right? We're just being honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, you had some beautiful qualities too, right? But there were some things that really held you back. We all have things that hold us back, right? We all have things that we need to work on. We all have lessons to learn, and it's going to look different. It's going to feel different to everybody, So you guys know what this is. Empress in reverse. It's like not allowing yourself to grow. But the truth is, you feel this discomfort because you know the truth of what's inside. You really are this Empress. But because if you took that, it'd be time to show up. It'd be time to really do it, right? It'd be time to, some of you, be honest, some of you are afraid of the work, but I really feel like underneath it, it's less afraid of the work and it's more like afraid of failure, afraid of doing the work and putting it out there and, exactly. Learning, doing the work, putting it out there and receiving like a cold reception of like, what the fuck is this shit? And it's like, it's going to disturb my peace. It's going to, I'm much more peaceful just being here, not being rejected, but I just consumed with anxiety. So Spirit saying, leave your anxiety behind, leave your fears and your woes and your worries behind, and try again. It's your destiny to do this. It's your time to do it. It's divine time to do it. Maybe perhaps when you did it in the past, it wasn't divine time, but something's lining up. Something's lining up. Something that you did in the past, the seed that you planted in the past is showing up, and you're kind of like right here at the finish line, and you're kind of like, maybe it's not going to show up. Maybe it's not going to, and it's like literally right here. But this choice, it's your time to choose. Are you really ready for it? Okay. Are you really ready for it? It's your time to choose. The Fool. You have to take the leap of faith and believe in yourself. Are you going to take that cup? Spirit says, I'm going to offer you this cup. Are you going to take it? If you do take it, are you going to handle it the way that you have in the past? Or are you going to try something new? Because of what you've gone through the past, you know the difference now. So now that you know different, do different. Be different. Accept different. Stand in your worth and stand in your value and know what you're worthy of. Don't accept crumbs. Don't give out bullshit, and keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Mm-hmm. And Spirit is honestly saying that a lot of you need to understand that the only person Keeping you at a distance from this is yourself. Is the self-sabotaging energy right here. Is you. From making this choice, taking that blindfold off. Okay, I choose to step forward. I choose to walk forward. I choose to do this. I choose to put myself out there. I choose to get back up even if I get knocked down. That's really what it comes down to, honestly. I'm gonna win. You know, I have like a better strategy, you know. Every time I quote unquote fail, it's only a failure if I choose not to learn from what happened. Ooh. And you've been walking away. And even though you've been being given an opportunity here, you know, to plant the seed and to allow it to grow, you've been fighting it off from allow it to really honestly planting it and allowing it to grow, because what if it gets taken away, or what if it dies, or what if it fails? That kind of energy, again, it's that I'm not good enough, you know. And that reads more so as the universe is marrying that insecurity back to you. And so it's this energy of, you know, like passionately, like just walking away and going for it is the energy that I'm getting here. You're going to be getting some good news soon, or some freeing information is what I want to say here with this Page of Wands. That's really going to help you. Yeah, man. Man. I don't know if maybe you're going to take some kind of class, or you're going to do some kind of meditation. You're going to get some kind of download, have some kind of dream, have some kind of reading, something that's really, it's going to open your mind. I'm hearing opening your mind once and for all, and I'm seeing this kind of energy here of this tower energy coming in here. It's good information though. It's really good, solid information, and it's passionately coming towards you, and it's gonna create this new start energy here, um, because the tower is coming down. Tower's coming down, and you have to build a new tower. You know, that's the kind of energy that I'm getting here. Because you've told the universe, or you've told your spirit guides, or you've told the divine, your divine plan, that you want to plant something new, and you want to have this 10 of Pentacles here. But you've got to believe it, and you've got to trust it in your heart. Yeah, there's this energy of developing some kind of emotional control in knowing yourself. I really feel like again, it's this like personal empowerment kind of energy here. There's this energy of having a big heart, but not allowing your big heart, like, if you want to wear your heart on your sleeve, sure, wear your heart on your sleeve, but don't allow your heart being on your sleeve, you know, soften your heart to the point where it really, you really allow other people's negative thoughts and intentions and emotions to take you off course, or like throw you off, or imbalance you. That's the kind of energy here. That's the energy here. Take some kind of emotional control. This is about developing your understanding and your thought process behind your emotions and where they come from, and empowering yourself through listening to your true uh, pure emotions. Wow, I ran through the whole deck, and we're ending here. And I'm hearing that no rest for the wicked song. Money don't grow on trees. Yeah, we got bills to pay. So there's this kind of energy here of there's something to do. There's something that you need to be doing, something that you need to be investing in, something that you need to be building, something that you need to be becoming in this 3D world. And there is this energy of there um there will be rest and replenishment, and there will be days off, and there will be time, but there's this kind of energy of it's time to get up now. It's time to get up now, and it's time to make some kind of balance or make some kind of way in this world for yourself. Because building this 10 of Pentacles is going to require effort. It's going to require time. It's going to require, you know, choice. It is going to require an amount of sacrifice. It is going to require an amount of, discipline. It's more of what I want to say. It's going to require discipline more so than sacrifice. I want to say it's going to require discipline, and it's going to require you to put an effort to change things about yourself and about the way you live your life. But it's going to be worth it in the end. And these are things really honestly that for most of you, you want to change or you want to grow or you want to find stability, more stability in your life, and you want to do this anyway. And so Spirit is basically telling you, like, okay, we'll invest the time and invest the energy into the change. Not into just dreaming about it, but into making tangible efforts, physical choices, and movements here now, into creating this for yourself. And if you're already doing this, keep doing it, because you're creating a really strong, beautiful future for yourself. And there's this really good, nice, deep balance of, with all of the mated pairs, or like the suit pairs coming out together, the kings and the queens. There is this energy here of internal balance of your feminine and masculine energy within yourself as well. Wow, this was really beautiful. This was a long reading. I just kept talking and talking, but my spirit guides had a lot to say. Any last little bit? Yeah. Spirit just wants you to concentrate on your stability, and sustaining that balance energy. Sustaining that temperance and that balance energy within yourself. Yeah. Mars, relationships, roots, think, this palace thing, and act. Spirit's also saying that you're going to have some kind of relationship come up here, okay? This person is going to be very transformative in your life. They're really going to inspire you to like really dig deep into yourself, because they're a very deeply like thought-provoking and introspective person themselves. They are residing in a more like masculine kind of area, like Aries energy of acting, of putting things into motion. And you are going to have some kind of relationship with this person, because I feel like they have a very strong like rooting energy here. Okay, like root chakra energy. So this could come to you in many different forms. Okay, this could come to you in romantic, platonic, some kind of like business or career relationship. This could be a strong masculine energy, wrote a book or did a podcast, or is doing some kind of class, or something. It doesn't have to be even like you like coming into like actual physical contact with this person. You are just coming into contact with this energy, and it's going to look different for all of you, but it's really going to inspire this kind of like grounding energy here within you. And I'm hearing just like self-development, like this person really brings out a lot of development in yourself. And this person could have strong Scorpio or Aries, like fire energy. Pluto, yeah, so that's that Scorpio energy again. Resources. This person is really strong in their resources, and is really strong because they're good and grounded in their root chakra. They're really strong in developing that kind of like safety net. And I really feel like you are going to have some kind of soul alliance in some type of way. I mean, for some of you, this could be like taking, a class, like a business class or a finance class or an investment class, or, getting a mentor or learning how to invest in certain aspects of your career, or certain aspects of even yourself. Yeah, it's just on all different types of levels. This is a general rating, so it's not hitting me in one particular area, but it's giving me a kind of like across the board kind of feeling like this person's energy is really going to change a lot. And I just heard somebody say you are what you eat. So this person could be like really strongly into nutrition, or it could be really strongly into, this person it could be some kind of like dietitian or like trainer or coach, or yeah, they're giving me really strong that kind of energy. You're working with this person in some type of way or another. Hearth, it's like reigniting a flame, or reigniting a sense of purpose and a sense of, yeah, strength within you. So I'm hearing this person say that they heard you, like they heard your soul like crying out and saying like, okay, I'm ready, like it's time, like I've learned these lessons, so it's time for you to come in. So this person is really being drawn in, like on a soul level, into you, because they're the ones in this Mars motion energy. They're taking action towards you. They want success with you. Rebirth. They want, I definitely feel like they are being guided forward on a soul journey. I feel like this person gets guided into a lot of people's lives to cause this kind of like rebirth energy in a lot of people. I'm hearing inspirational. This person could be some kind of like motivational speaker or coach or author. They might write books or something like that. I don't know, I'm getting a very like kind of like scholarly, kind of like professor. They could teach some kind of classes or courses or something like that. That's the kind of energy that it's giving me. Yeah, change. This person inspires a lot of change in a lot of people's lives, in some type of way. They help people to grow and to expand. Yeah, they really get put into people's lives, like on this kind of divine, like it's that Wheel of Fortune energy, you know. Um, they are written into a lot of people's journey. This could even be some kind of like spiritual mentor or coach or guide or something like that as well. Um, yeah, partnership. You are definitely going to partner up with this person in some type of way. It was meant to, yeah. It's with this North Node energy. It's a part of your future and of your journey and of your pathway to expand. Look, and here's this Jupiter. Look, I said this Jupiter. Here's that expansion energy that I was just talking about there, with that abundance energy. Yeah, again, this person is giving me like coach. They're giving me like a position where they're like above you, or they're like more knowledgeable about something that you're trying to learn. But it's definitely giving me this expansion like energy, this push yourself beyond your past and your limits, and really, trust your future, gain yourself, know yourself. Yeah. This person definitely has, especially with that Sagittarian, that horse energy. It's like this movement energy, forward drive. Again with the fire energy, right? And again, the Sagittarian energy is reminding me of the Knight of Wands that kept popping up over and over and over again. And there's Capricornian energy. This person achieves a lot, has overcome a lot in their life. And they might be teaching other people how to overcome those same things that they, again, like I said, they teach people with that Scorpio, that investigate energy. Yeah, they inspire a lot of change. And so this is coming in all different varieties of ways. Keep your mind open. And you know, and if there's any kind of red flags, like, you'll see them. Like, that's what spirit. Somebody here is like obsessed with like looking or seeing for red flags, or like protecting themselves because of the past. And spirit is saying like finding balance within yourself is really going to help to kind of like bring you down out of that survival brain. That's what's going to help this rebirth energy. It's going to help you to find this balance here on the other side of this communication. This could be even some kind of like communications coach, or it could be like a speech therapist for some of you as well. Because I was getting therapist vibes, and I was getting like counselor vibes too for some of you too. It could, for some of you, it could be some kind of like acting coach as well. Okay. Because it's kind of this energy here of you parroting this person's like communication back to them. Also, I feel like you and this person are going to have very intense eye contact. Um, it's going to feel very like soul stirring. Yeah, and you and this person are meant to do this like Gemini cross-pollinate energy here, especially around your resources and around abundance. This person is very abundant. They could be teaching you how to, you know, realize your own inner abundance and the abundance of the universe. And, you know, I'm hearing like teaching you like the tricks of the trade and stuff like that. Again, it's giving me like teacher, professor, mentor, taking some kind of class, taking some kind of lesson, taking some kind of course or something like that is what it's giving me. Yeah. With this Capricorn energy, I'm hearing labor of love. It's a labor of love. This person is doing some kind of labor of love. Like, they're coming into your life to create this change, to create this inspiration, this need to work. It is kind of like a kind of a karma energy, but it doesn't give me like a negative or like a toxic karmic kind of energy. Introspection. It's more this kind of energy of like a dharma energy, of like a karmic, like a good positive karmic payout. Like, okay, you've learned that lesson, so now you've unlocked, you know, meeting this person, or, you know, gaining this next lesson from the next person. Yeah, exploration, exploring yourself and your path more deeply. Yeah, I keep on hearing you're ready. You're ready for this change. Like, you're ready for this to come into your life. Again, like, this is like, this is the next step. This is, again, that compass, that wheel, that this direction kind of energy. Yeah. Leo, a lot of, but shine energy. I'm getting that Leo energy could be you. Excuse me. It's kind of healing. This really is super healing energy. Yeah, it's a lot of fire energy. It's a lot of masculine energy. A lot of like forward motion, action, change. You know, achieve, drive, go forward. It's a lot of that kind of energy, like super mega charged in that kind of energy, which is kind of the balancing energy that you need, because you've been super in the dark, kind of feminine, pensive, waiting, fantasizing, getting the vision, and you kind of need this kind of balancing energy, or you kind of need to adapt this kind of balancing energy within you. Yeah. So this is an invitation here, okay, to cultivate, to grow, this kind of like activating this energy within you. Okay. And that's kind of like this earth energy. an exchange, some kind of like exchange here that's happening too. Because I feel like I said before, I feel like you are so in the pensive, like dark, fantasizing feminine energy, and this person is so in the masculine energy. There is like this balancing exchange kind of energy where the two of you come together. It kind of really balances. It kind of balances things out. Yeah, it kind of creates this much more kind of like temperate climate is what I'm hearing. But again, I think that both of you are coming into each other's lives to teach each other to cultivate this energy within yourself, right? Again, right? Like this kind of like activation sun and moon energy, this balancing out, and to teach each other how to kind of like, oh, well, you know, you're good at this and I'm good at that, and we kind of balance each other out. So we'll teach each other. That's the kind of like energy exchange that's going to be happening here. Well, I need to learn to know how to do what you do. Well, I need to learn how to do what you do. Okay. Arrival. Yeah, that's this arrival, this blossoming of the self. Wow. Okay. Well, then. Yeah. And that brings in a huge amount of like nurturing and abundance and rebirth. Yeah. And restructuring on the other side of it too. Yeah, and it's that dichotomy too, again, with the Saturn and the, you know, Jupiter energy. You know, with expansion and restriction. It's kind of, again, the balancing energy there. I think, yeah, I definitely think that you'll know. You'll know this is what you need, or you'll know that this is what needs to be activated in your life right now. You'll know. And because of your past experience, you'll know what's not for you. You'll know when it is for you, and you'll know what's not for you. So trust yourself in that, right? Take the blindfold off. See when it's not right for you. Don't be scared to walk away. Walk away. Try something new. Try something different. Do it again until it feels right. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Take a break when you need to take a break, and jump back on the horse and get back at it. Balance. Find balance. Yeah, I'm also hearing it was always meant to be this way, so that's what I just heard. It was always meant to be this way. Messages. That's a healing message for you. That it was always meant to be this way. That it was always meant to be now. Because there could be this energy too here around timing, around insecurity, around timing, and it's like, no, it was meant to be now. You weren't doing anything wrong. You weren't being denied it. You weren't being told by the universe that you weren't good because it hadn't come in yet, or because this manifestation hadn't been made real yet. It just was about timing. It's best that it happened now. Yeah. So let go of that, and pick up something new. That's also part of that 5 of Cups, like regret, you know, that you need to let go of. Yeah, exactly. Those spilled 3 cups. Oh my gosh. And it didn't work out. Yeah, but there was a tower moment, and you know, it's time. And you've kind of been holding back and hoarding and greeting and not putting your energy out there and not doing that because you're scared. You know, the moon, you're scared of what you don't see, and you're scared of that unknown energy. But Spirit is telling you to take that leap of faith and have that confidence inside of yourself, you know? Yeah. This journey does require you to be vulnerable at times, and to really take leaps into, you know, relationships and partnerships and things. You know, starting business, it all takes the guts, you know, and it all takes the kind of courage to step up and be vulnerable. Um, Even though you might fail, or you know, it's to take that risk of investment, and to not let those things from the past really like hold you back. You know. And there is, again, more phases of, yeah, you might fail. And the times that you failed in the past won't be the last times that you fail, quote unquote, or that things don't work out, that things don't go the way that you expect them to. But that doesn't mean that they're not working out. That doesn't mean that you're failing just because they don't go the way you expected them to, or because they wanted you, or the way you wanted them to. Things were supposed to be this way, Spirit is saying. And so it's standing up and dusting yourself off and moving on to the next. Yeah. Because it's the devil that'll teach you, oh no, just stay down, just stay dusty. It's so much, isn't it? Yeah, you have to be dusty and you have to be dirty and you never get to experience your life, but doesn't that hurt way less than getting up and trying again? No. Because it's a lot of you are learning that no, it does suck. You've gone on a lesson of learning staying down in the dirt hurts worse. Just to continue to be down on the dirt, on the floor, in the muck, it hurts worse. What is that thing that they say? Better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. That kind of, along those lines, right? Yeah. That's the lesson. That's the lesson. Spirit wants you, life does require you to kind of let go. It does require you to take that leap of faith. It does require you to kind of know sometimes take that step forward without knowing where your foot's going to land. To walk in the dark. To um, find peace in the pause. To understand that there's power in waiting sometimes, and then there's also a lot of power in acting as well. When it's time, taking that inspired action when it's time, and not being scared to take that leap of faith. When you, even if you take it in the past and it hasn't worked out, keep taking that, tweak it around, change a little bit, and get up, dust yourself off, and do it again. It's your choice. So that's what Spirit has for you. Very, very bold, very blunt, honest messages, as usual, from the Spirit guides. It's your time. It's your time. Are you gonna let yourself shine, or you're gonna find your strength, or are you gonna allow this fear here, or these insecurities here to overcome you? It's your choice. Thank you guys so very much. Okay, I hope this gave you the love light or clarity that you were looking for in your situation. All right, I really appreciate you guys being here. Okay, give it a like if you like it. Let me know in the comment section down below if it resonated for you. If you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, okay, reach out to me. My contact information is down below. Okay, shoot me an email and we'll go from there. And yeah. So thank you, your spirit guides, for guiding you here to receive this information. Thank you to my spirit guides for helping me to deliver these messages, including keeping me safe while I did so. Okay. And yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much. And I will see you in the next one. All right. Bye.